On December 7, 2017, U.S. President Donald Trump announced a controversial decision that has sent shockwaves across the Middle East and beyond. The U.S. President recognized the city of Jerusalem al-Quds as Israel's capital. The announcement has sparked days of protests across the occupied Palestinian territories and elsewhere. And it has had a significant impact on the role of the U.S. in the Middle East as the mediator between the Palestinians and Israelis.
This is far too late. Mr. Abbas should have recognized since the last meeting he had with Trump in Ramallah that Mr. Trump is totally on the side of Israel, and as such he cannot be an honest broker.
The Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas is now openly criticizing the U.S. for its unilateral decision. Abbas has said that he would no longer support any U.S. plans for the Mideast peace. The United States has proven to be a dishonest mediator in the peace process, and we will no longer accept any plans from the United States.
The other point that Mr. Abbas and anybody who is listening from the Palestinian Authority should take into consideration is that there is no peace plan at all. What there is a peace process, and this process is designed to delay, put obstacles in the way of a solution, to allow Israel to consolidate the occupation.
Abbas has also urged France to get more involved in the so-called Middle East peace process. Does it mark the end of the purported U.S. dominance in the region? Since its creation in 1948, Israel has enjoyed unwavering U.S. support. Washington was one of the first countries to extend the de facto recognition of Israel. Over the years during the so-called peace negotiations in different U.S. administrations, Washington has supported the Israeli regime. Furthermore, Israel is one of the major recipients of U.S. foreign aid. Back in 2016, the U.S. and Israel signed an aid pact worth $38 billion over the course of a decade. The deal also included a $5 billion missile system, an additional F-35 Joint Strike Fighters, and increased mobility for Israel's ground forces.
If anybody looks at the map of the West Bank in the last 15 years, they will see the changes and how many illegal settlements has mushroomed, and the road, the highways that are only restricted for the use of the Israeli Jews, would know that these people have no intention of having any accommodation with the Palestinians.
Apart from that, reports say that until 2013, Israel had received $233.7 billion in U.S. aid since it was formed in 1948. Almost all U.S. bilateral aid to Israel is in the form of military assistance. The numbers speak volumes. The U.S. has never been an honest broker between Palestinians and the Israelis.
Mr. Abbas has got to find an alternative venue for peace negotiations. And here I mean real peace with a proper agenda, proper program, and proper end result. We cannot leave it in the air that there will be final status negotiations at some stage.
The new regime in the White House is causing unprecedented trouble for the global U.S. hegemony. Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem al-Quds as Israel's capital has been condemned by the international community. On Thursday, the UN General Assembly unanimously adopted a resolution rejecting Trump's decision on Jerusalem. The resolution was adopted despite threats by President Trump and Nikki Haley, his envoy to the UN, to cut aid to opposing countries. Is this the end of U.S. global dominance?